Hi guys, welcome to Flip the Deck Tarot. In today's pick a card reading, we're going to be looking at if the person on your mind is missing you. So if this is someone that you've been in separation with, someone you haven't spoken to in a while, and you're wondering where their head is when it comes to this connection, what are their feelings when it comes to this connection, and are you on their mind? Are they missing you? That's what we're going to be looking at today. So we have 3 readings to choose from. Each reading is going to be using a different tarot deck. For reading number 1, we're going to be using the Modern Witch Tarot, and this reading is paired with this Amazonite. For reading number 2, we are going to be using the Naked Heart Tarot, and this reading is paired with a piece of selenite. For reading number 3, we are going to be using the Magickal Tarot, and this reading is paired with an Angel Aura Quartz. Alright, so take as much time as you need to select the reading that is calling to you the most. I'm going to put your timestamps down below in the description box. I'll hop in with reading number 1, and I will see you in your reading. Hi, number 1, if you were drawn to the Modern Witch Tarot deck and this Amazonite, this is going to be your reading. We're going to find out if the person on your mind is missing you and what their feelings are regarding this connection currently. So let's jump right in with some tarot and find out what is going on here. Find out if this person is missing you. Let's a shuffle. This deck is very hard to shuffle because the cards are so thick. We'll do our best. So let's see here. What is going on in this connection? Is this person missing you, number 1? Do they miss you, number 1? Are they missing you? Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. We're starting out with the Empress here. This is very powerful energy. This is very big energy to open up the reading with. I would have to say I am feeling like this person does miss you to be starting the reading like this. So very big energy. And this is kind of telling me that this person might miss your big energy, or they might miss your personality, or whatever kind of unique flavor you bring to their life. Yeah. Page of Wands. 3 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. Bottom of the deck. Oh, wow. We're looking at the Tower at the bottom of the deck. Something fell apart. Something fell apart. This connection could have ended abruptly for some of you. For some of you, this could just be that kind of this absence is making this person feel like they are having this Tower moment in their life. They're feeling like something has crumbled, like their foundation has crumbled, and they're viewing you as this Empress. So that would make sense because this is a lot of energy. This is a lot of importance that they're placing on you and on this connection. So not being able to have this connection, whether this is that they weren't able to bring this connection to fruition, or that this connection somehow fell apart and they feel like they lost you, this has created this kind of Tower moment in this person's life. Yeah. Overall, I'm already getting the sense that the role that you've played in this person's life is significant, and they are feeling this void in your absence. And I feel like this applies no matter how established this connection was, because for some of you this was a very established connection, and you not being in this person's life anymore has created like a massive hole. And for others of you, this could have been something new, but it does feel like the idea that it's not going to work out, or the idea that there is separation here, is really making this person feel like they are approaching this tower, like something's really falling apart for them. 10 of Pentacles, yeah. It's sort of this feeling of they could have had it all. This is what fell apart. Kind of having it all, the dream, the family. For some of you, this might even be a connection with a family member and not a romantic connection that's coming through for you. For others of you, this is someone who envisioned having a family with you, starting a family, like having that dream. They saw you in their life, and then it's like everything fell apart with this Tower. So that is exactly what's happening here. That's exactly what fell apart. The Ten of Pentacles fell apart in their eyes. I feel like it's interesting with this Empress being the only major arcana that showed up for you. This is definitely representing you. This is definitely your energy. When we look at the Empress, we see someone who's very nurturing, someone who's very abundant, and who's not only beautiful inside and out, but also someone who kind of creates beauty all around them. So I feel like this person is recognizing all the ways that you made their life more beautiful. You might have brought more ease to their life. You might have nurtured them in some way. You could have been that listening ear for them. You could have been someone who gave your opinion about things in their life that they highly valued hearing from you. They like bouncing ideas off of you. It's like you not being there is evident to them. It's definitely noticeable. If you remove the Empress, you notice for sure. I feel like they are realizing, they have realized how abundant their life is with you in it. And I'm just kind of getting the feeling that they never truly realized that. They didn't realize your true value until it was too late. Now, if this is a situation where physical distance is the only thing that's standing between you and this person, or you really feel like that's a major contributing factor, I feel like they might not necessarily feel like it's too late or feel like the potential of this connection has been lost, but it does seem like they may not have expressed the real depth of their feelings when they had the chance. So there is kind of this feeling of regret either way, because for some of you, I'm feeling like this person feels regret because they just didn't realize what they had until it was gone. And for others of you, I feel like there's regret because they might have felt that there was an opportunity, there was a window of opportunity for them to let you know how they felt, and like they missed it. Or like they might miss it. So this could even be a situation where you might see this person from time to time. You might talk to them sometime in the future, and they just worry that they're going to not say what they should when they should. They're going to miss their opportunity to let you know how important you are to them. I'm really seeing that in this person's eyes, the sun rises and sets with you. But this is either something that they never knew how to fully express to you, or something that they honestly didn't even comprehend until there was actual separation in this connection. The saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder, is making, it's kind of like, it's standing out to me right now, because I feel like that is what's going on with this person. This distance is making them realize what they had. It's making them appreciate what they had more. But there's this feeling of loss. This person is feeling the distance, they're feeling the disconnect, and they're realizing what they really had. What they had, or how much potential was here. Yeah. Especially if they didn't speak up when they had the chance, or they didn't say the right thing. So for some of you, it could have been something you were looking to hear from this person. There could have needed to be an apology, or maybe there needed to be a plan made or something, and it's like you might not have heard the right thing at the right time, and it's like they're realizing that. Yeah, for some of you, I am picking up on this little bit of regret or frustration on this person's part, and that could be mirrored energy, because it's coming through so strongly. I think it might be coming through on both of your parts. So I feel like both of you are frustrated when it comes to this connection, but probably for different reasons. Some of you are frustrated with this person for not speaking up when they should have, or not making the appropriate changes when they should have. And I feel like this person is feeling a little bit of frustration with themselves for potentially missing an opportunity. Yeah, they feel like they might have, it's not even they might have, they feel like they are definitely going to be missing out. Yeah, I feel when it comes to this connection, it's like you and this connection are definitely on this person's mind, because I do keep seeing the image of a rising and a setting sun. And I feel like this connection is one of the first thoughts that this person has when they wake up in the morning, and one of the last thoughts that they have before they go to sleep, which is kind of an indication of the importance that they've placed on this connection. But also, to me, it's letting me know that during those moments where their conscious mind is not in the driver's seat, during those moments when they might be more relaxed or they're still like half asleep, that's when they can't stop these thoughts from coming in. So it might be that this person is very good at kind of keeping themselves busy so that they don't have to think about this, or during the times that they're busy, they aren't thinking so much about this. But in those little moments when they let their conscious mind kind of take a break, that's when thoughts of this connection and thoughts of potentially even how this person might have messed up really come through. There's really strong earth energy showing up for you, number one. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. We also have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy here. But there is kind of this abundance of earth energy with the Empress having this very earthy vibe, and also having the Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles all show up for you. I feel like a lot of what this person misses about this connection is the stability of it, or the grounded energy that they get from you. And this can be from you directly. You might be an earth sign, or you might have just this very stable, earthy kind of energy about you, something that they knew that they could depend on, they could count on. But for some of you, this is the dependability of the connection itself that this person is missing. So they kind of miss knowing that you're gonna be there, or that you're just a phone call away, that they can have access to you, they can talk to you, they can be near you. They kind of miss that. Also with the earthy energy, there might be something about physically touching you. If that's been a part of your connection, or something that has changed majorly, there might be kind of this longing to be physically with you. That could either be because the two of you are in physical separation, or because this connection never got to the point where you did actually become physical with this person. So this could have been something that was happening at a distance, and they were always kind of looking forward to or longing for this moment when the two of you would be together, and then it's like something fell apart. So yeah, for some of you that might resonate, that there's actually kind of a missing of physical touch or physical proximity here. But I do feel like they're kind of missing the dependability. There could have been a certain routine that the two of you had together, and now this person is kind of just missing that routine, missing seeing you at those times that they always knew they could count on seeing you. They just kind of miss you being there. Which makes me think there could have been even a vibe of them taking you for granted, or taking the situation for granted. Because there is kind of this feeling of just missing you, just literally being there. Like, it's not necessarily anything that you were doing, although I do think that there was a lot of support and nurturing that was being provided on your part. But it's like, when I get this kind of energy of like, I just miss the fact that this could be, it's like they might not have even noticed what they had until it was gone, or they did not place as much importance on this connection as they are placing on it now. I have that also, this feeling of like, you know, when you turn to tell somebody something and they're not there anymore, and you're like, oh, I'm talking to myself. I feel like this person has that kind of vibe about this connection. Like they might hear a joke that they know would make you laugh, or they see something that reminds them of you, or they want to tell you about their day, be it good or bad. Maybe they want to celebrate with you. Maybe they need a shoulder to cry on, but it's almost like instinctually they think of you, instinctually they reach for you, and you're not there anymore. So they're noticing this absence, they're noticing that void. What's interesting too is there is kind of another way to interpret this message that's coming through for those of you who this could have been a newer connection, or kind of a connection where this person wouldn't necessarily miss any routine that the two of you had together, because you might not have established a routine yet necessarily, but it does kind of feel like this person might be feeling a little bit of regret around not solidifying this in the way that it would need to be in order to have you in their life in this capacity. So it's almost like they're feeling like, well, I didn't say or do the appropriate things to ensure that this person would be there when I wanted to tell them about my day, good or bad, when I wanted to share this joke with them or whatever it might be. They're kind of thinking that they might not have taken the appropriate steps to make this solid, to make this real. Really interesting. The Page of Wands, the Page of Wands is definitely coming through as this person's energy. And when we look at the page, we see someone who has a vision, someone who has a dream, but they don't necessarily have the maturity or the experience to execute it. So I feel like this person had a vision of where this connection could go, and they still have that vision. They're still holding on to it. But you'll notice when you look at this card, you see how the page is standing here with the wand representing the dream, the vision, but that wand is firmly planted on the ground. It's not going anywhere. There's no action being taken yet. So it's like there is no action here yet. There's an idea, there's some inspiration, but there is no action. And this could be because this person is lacking the maturity or lacking the wisdom to know how to deal with this scenario, to know how to deal with this situation, to know what to say, to know when to say it, to know what to do at all. I feel like that wand is really representing the dream, the potential, the vision, and then there's just no action. And if you'll notice, like, you see how the page is kind of looking up, looking toward the Empress. So it's almost like they're waiting for something, like they're waiting for direction or they're waiting for confirmation of something. This person may be waiting for a sign from you that it's okay for them to approach you. It kind of feels like they might be in unfamiliar territory here. That's how this is coming through. Like they are just kind of out of their depth a little bit. Either the feelings that they have in this connection are much stronger than they're used to, or somehow this connection is challenging them. It's kind of like pushing their boundaries a little bit. There's something about this connection that they've never done before is how this is coming through. So this might be the point in a relationship where they always run, or this could be the point where they have such a hard time admitting fault and apologizing, or the point where SHIT really starts to get real. But something is new for them. It feels like they're approaching a new territory here. And even to think about changing their old patterns or to think about becoming vulnerable in this new way is very different for them. I also feel like to kind of counteract that though, and probably where they're feeling a little bit conflicted, is the way that they feel about you is also a new feeling for them. And the way that they're missing you is new to them as well. So there's all of this newness, and there's like these new ways that they could approach this, or these new actions that they could take given all of the unfamiliar feelings that they're having. But it just kind of feels like it's turning them upside down and inside out. More of that tower energy there. Yeah. The Nine of Pentacles can talk about questioning our self-worth. So they might wonder if they even deserve this connection. They might wonder if someone like the Empress, someone who can embody this Empress energy, and this is, whether this is a male or female, this is about abundant energy. It's about nurturing energy. So they might wonder if someone who can embody this energy would even give the Page of Wands the time of day. Like, would the Empress forgive the Page of Wands? Would the Empress even be interested in the Page of Wands, or interested in hearing what the Page of Wands has to say? It feels like that's a question in their mind. They could be working on trying to improve themselves in some way to make them feel more worthy, more deserving of this. I do feel like also for a lot of you, this person has gotten the impression that you will be just fine without them. That's how this is coming through. I don't know if this is because they kind of see you as somebody who has a lot of success in your career. This Three of Pentacles energy is giving me that feeling. Someone who has a lot of opportunities, who is very abundant with this Empress energy. Someone who has a lot going for them, whether it be romantic or just their future in general. Like, they see your future as very bright. And I don't know if they're sure of what role they have to play in that. This could even be that they've seen you with another partner. They've seen you in another connection, or they have suspected or worried that you might be in another connection. They could have seen you out having fun. They might have seen the pictures that you're posting, something like that. And it's kind of giving them the idea that you are fine without them. It's like in their eyes, you have your stuff together, and they don't really know, what they could add to you, if that makes sense. They don't know what they can contribute to the situation that you already have set up for yourself. And they feel kind of hesitant to approach you. That's the energy here, especially with this Knight of Pentacles. It's like, this does feel like kind of a hesitant energy, but like the feeling of wanting to make some sort of offer. Yeah. There's so many opportunities they see for you. And that's what's so interesting about this, is it's almost like it's intimidating in a way. You are intimidating. I mean, coming through as the Empress, there is something about your energy that does intimidate this person. Makes them worry if they're good enough, if they're worth it. Let's dig a little deeper into this and see what's going on. So for number one, does this person miss them? Is this person missing number one? We have adversity. Oh, and gaslighting. Okay. Wow, maybe some kind of hurt, something. This could even be a past relationship for this person. A toxic relationship for this person that is in their past that's kind of affecting this connection. For some of you, I'm hearing that this is a connection this person is currently in. So this could be that they have gotten into another connection and there is a toxic element to this new connection. I'm not going to lie. Let's look at the adversity card first. So I do feel like this person is pushing their boundaries. Like I was picking up on before, it's like there's a challenge here, and it is challenging for them to grow. But what I feel like this connection is doing for them is it's kind of forcing them to grow. It's kind of forcing this wand to sprout and to bud and to take root. Definitely repeated imagery here with this Page of Wands and this adversity card. In the adversity card, we see some plants growing here. We see some flowers and we see the sunlight. So it's almost like something like some outside force or pressure that can even be viewed as a negative thing. It can be viewed as a challenge because it feels so uncomfortable, because growth can be so uncomfortable. It's like something is forcing this growth, just the way the sun kind of forces this plant to grow. It helps this plant to grow, but at times it can feel like it is like it's a pressure, like it's an outside pressure, because I think this connection has almost awakened them to something new that is forcing something to change inside of them. So yeah, this imagery on this card is making me think of the staff, the wand that the Page of Wands is holding here, because you'll see this wand is starting to bud. There's some inspiration here. There's some thought. There's an idea here. There's not a lot of movement, but it's almost like this challenge that you're facing in this connection with this person, or this distance that you're facing, is forcing this person to grow. It's forcing them to evaluate and think about things differently. Whatever is challenging them, or especially wherever they always hit the same wall. That's how this is coming through. It's like they might always get to a certain point and then run in the other direction, or they might have these certain patterns that cause problems, or they might always kind of shy away from telling their truth, from expressing this passion, from putting this Page of Wands into more of a Knight of Wands action oriented place. It might be that they always struggle there. So this is a challenge for them. And it's kind of giving me the feeling that the things that need to change are dependent on this growth. And it's really not easy for them, or the sacrifices that they will have to make aren't easy for them. It's pushing them outside of their comfort zone. We have this gaslighting energy here, and there really could have been actual gaslighting in this situation or in a past situation that this person has experienced. I feel like for some of you, this energy is coming through because it could be that this person or this connection has at times made you question your own sanity, or made you feel like your needs weren't being heard or being met. And it really could be that There's kind of this feeling this person could have been selfish at times in this connection, that they might have wanted to protect their own ego or protect their own heart rather than guarding and protecting this connection. What I'm seeing here as their reasons for doing that really has to do more with their fears than actually wanting to hurt you. So if that's resonating for you, if there were times when you feel like this person was being a little bit selfish, it's really because they just didn't want to step outside of that safety zone. They didn't want to cause this tower moment. I feel like the tower is inevitable. The tower happens when it needs to happen. You can try to resist it, but that's almost the point of the tower. Sometimes the tower moment happens because of the things we've been resisting, the changes we've been resisting. The tower happens to kind of teach us those lessons, to kind of balance things back out, to bring us back into alignment. But we have to go through this more difficult time in order to get there. So yeah, I feel like this person could have been involved in toxic relationships in the past. They could even be in a toxic relationship right now. And it's showing them a lot about their patterns. It's showing them about the people that they choose, the directions that they choose to move in, or how their behaviors might be viewed as toxic within a connection. I do feel like they have hangups from their past. They have some wounds from other relationships in their life or from past relationships in their life. And these relationships have wounded them in some way or continue to wound them. And they, in some ways, continue to create blockages or to create hangups for this person. And it's like, these are the challenges that they're facing. How to overcome these hangups that have always gotten in the way in the past, these things that have always been a problem in the past. I also think it's super interesting that you guys got card 33 and card 55. So if you've been seeing repeated numbers, particularly repeated 3s or 5s, that might be relevant for you. That could be confirmation for you. And this could be something you're seeing in connection with this person or with this connection. I am feeling like, because 3s are usually, for me, some sort of wake-up call, some sort of epiphany, or answering a call, and 5s are very representative of change. I do feel like these 5s could be representing something changing in this relationship, but honestly, it's not going to change without them waking up first. Like it's going to take this wake up or this epiphany, this realization. And I think for a lot of you, it's going to take them waking up to their emotions at a deeper level. But it could also mean that it's going to take them waking up to some of their patterns. They're going to have to start seeing how they behave, how they've been behaving, what it's been doing, and how it always creates the same situation. So it's like they have to see that pattern. They have to wake up to that. They have to realize that on their own. And that's where the change comes from. Waking up in this way. Very interesting. What else do we have for number 1? Does this person miss you? Number 1, we have a grand symphony. Okay, we're moving into some of the lighter aspects here. We have great and full. Yeah, we're moving into some of the lighter aspects. I feel like this energy down here is some of the challenges, and this energy up here is about the way this person is growing and what's changing for them. So a grand symphony kind of talks about everything working in harmony. And with that, there's kind of this acknowledgement that everyone has to play their part in order for the symphony to run smoothly, for the music to be beautiful. Everyone has their part to play. So this could be them realizing that they didn't take responsibility where they should have, or this could be that they really are seeing that they need to be the one to step up and to contact you. I feel like this person has a lot to say, or there's a lot that's been left unsaid in this connection, potentially even a lot that hasn't been understood. So even if there has been communication and everyone said their part, said their piece, it's like there might not have been understanding on both sides. The trumpets in this image here really just make me think about like blasting out a message. So this is showing me this person has this desire to reach out, to communicate about something, or to communicate more clearly about something. get their message across in some way. Yeah, I feel like what's happening here is they're realizing how lucky they are to have you in their life, or to have had you in their life. It's like it's taken them some time. These cards don't want to shuffle. It's like it's taken them a little bit of time to realize it. That's so interesting, the way these cards are behaving. It's almost making me think that that's what it is. It's a lack of understanding. It's a lack of kind of lining up. Interesting. So I wonder if that Grand Symphony has something to do with there not being understanding on both sides, or there not being enough communication for you to understand each other. Let's see what messages we can get. Does this person miss you, number one? So we have you deserve love. And this card says you are lovable. Definitely Empress energy here. I feel like that's what this person has really come to realize, how much you deserve to be loved, how worthy you are. They're trying to get to a place where they think that they are worthy enough to deserve you. But I think they've already come to terms with the fact that you deserve better than what they may have been giving you, or you deserve a higher level of commitment than they may have been willing to express. Very soon. Wow. So this card says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. This person might be reaching out. This person might be reaching out sooner than you think. I wonder how open you are to communicating with this person, because I feel like they're wondering that too. They're not quite sure if you are open to communication with them. Really interesting. They might be making a move really, really soon. Let's see what messages we can get from your person. Let me try to lay these cards out here. And we'll just get some channeled messages from this person. So we have, I thought you found someone else. That's exactly the energy that I was picking up on. They feel like you're just fine without them. So something might have happened that made them think that you were in another connection, or maybe you were in another connection, but it's like they thought that you found either another person or something else to occupy you, something else that was more significant to you than they were. Interesting. We also have, I've never let anyone get so close. Their boundaries are definitely being pushed here. I feel like this person might have gone outside of their comfort zone with you. And it's like they didn't even realize that they were getting into this uncomfortable territory until it was too late. And then they might have frozen up a little bit. Get another message. We have, letting you go was the hardest thing I've ever done. Wow. There's definite regret here. There is definitely the sense that this person misses you a lot, that this person sees you as someone who's highly valuable, not just to them, but in general. So it's like they see that you are very appealing to other people. You are very highly sought after, if that makes sense. This could have to do with your career. This could have to do with romantic interests, but it's like they see you as somebody who has a lot going on and someone they want in their life. So it's like if this person walked away from you, or if they allowed you to walk away without fighting for this connection as much as you hoped they would, it's almost like they felt like they had to let you go, and they didn't want to do that. They had to let this connection go, and it's like it's hurting them as much as it's hurting you, if not more, because really they're seeing the loss here, and they're really there's a lot of regret here. There's a lot of regret for letting such a beautiful energy out of their life. So yeah, this person misses you. This person is like, it's like they had to let go of their whole dream when they let go of you. Wow. Okay. I think that's all the messages I see for you, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. Number one, thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If this reading resonated with you, if you enjoyed any of these messages, don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again in another reading really soon. Bye. Hi, number two. If you were drawn to the Naked Heart Tarot and the Selenite, this is going to be your reading. We're going to find out if the person on your mind is missing you. So let's jump right in with some tarot and find out what is going on here for you, number two. Does this person miss you? Number two. Is this person missing you? Number two, is this person missing you? Let's see. Okay. Wow. We had the Lovers card come out in reverse. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting energy here. Let's see what else we have going on before we speak on that. So we've got the Six of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the Universe, which would be the World card in traditional tarot. Let's look at the bottom of the deck energy. Oh, we've got the Ten of Swords. Oh, okay. Yeah. As I was shuffling, I kept seeing the Tower card. I kept seeing the Tower, which was interesting because that card showed up as bottom of the deck energy in reading number one, but I kept seeing the Tower, and I saw the Ten of Wands as well. And so I'm not surprised seeing that Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck for this connection. So, wow. I cannot tell you how powerless this person feels. With this Lovers in reverse, right in the center of the reading, I cannot tell you. For some reason, they feel like they don't have a choice here. They feel like their hands are tied, and like they can't come to a decision, but also like they can't stay where they are. Can't make their mind up, can't move, can't stay. That's what this feels like. Wow. For some of you, I feel like this person tried to move on. Or at least they tried to make it look like they had moved on, but they weren't actually able to let go of this. It's like the two of you might not have been on the same page about something, not seeing eye to eye on something, not making, how do I put this? Because for some of you, this might go beyond like how you're seeing things. It might be literally the decisions that were being made by each of you weren't really in alignment with like what was agreed upon or what was expected, or it wasn't reflective of this, like this energy that the two of you had together. Something's not lining up. It also feels like it could be that some part of this connection stopped lining up the way that it did at one point. Like the two of you just weren't on the same page, but you used to be. Or something's not going the way that you had hoped it would. It feels like there's, gosh, this is actually really interesting energy because it feels like there is an element of this being a perfect match or there being some sort of real compatibility here. But then there's something that doesn't match up at the same time. That could be a number of things. For some of you, this could be circumstances aren't lining up. The match is perfect and the circumstances aren't. For others of you, this could be like somebody changed along the way. They changed their mind or they made a decision that wasn't in alignment with what had been discussed or agreed upon. But I definitely feel like, although I'm going to be honest, I don't love seeing the Lovers in reverse in the center of your reading. What I always say is even if the energy is reversed and we have to look at it a little bit differently, the fact that it's there at all says something. So the fact that the Lovers card is at the center of your reading says something. That means that this connection is significant in some way to this person, that there's the element of there being a perfect match, that the two of you being like seeing eye to eye. There could even be like a soulmate vibe here, a twin flame vibe here, but it's like something's off. Timing could be off, location could be off. Something's off, and it's like something fell apart. Oh, wow. Okay, this person, I have to just say this person doesn't want to miss you. They do not want to miss you at all. Because there's something about this connection that they don't really like thinking about. There's something that they don't want to relive or that they don't want to face. This could even be about a decision that they made that they regret, or they regret how they handled something. That could be where this powerless feeling that I'm picking up on is coming from. So maybe they don't feel like they have the power to change the situation, or they don't have the strength to leave another situation in order to make this work. They feel kind of stuck. And this could be about so many things. This could be about leaving a job, about leaving a location, about leaving another connection. There's something that they feel they'd have to leave behind, and it's like they're not ready to do it, or the idea of it is too painful, and so they're just feeling like they're stuck. Either feeling like they're physically stuck in a situation, or realizing that they've kind of reached a sticking point in their mind. So this might be about needing to get a new perspective on something, needing to stop thinking about things the same way they always have. It's almost like they can't see how to make something work. And that honestly makes them feel uncomfortable. Missing you makes them feel very uncomfortable. So I kind of feel like saying, do they miss you? Yes and no, because this person really wishes that they didn't miss you. Because there's something very painful about missing you. It reminds them of where things went wrong. It reminds them of the opportunity that they missed. And they're kicking themselves for it. They're kicking themselves. I feel like they're kicking themselves for walking away. Or if you walked away, it could be that they feel they did something to push you away. And it's painful for them to think about that. Wow. Yeah. Number 2, they miss you, but they don't like to think about it. They don't like to think about this at all. I honestly feel like this person isn't very in touch with their feelings, or they try really hard to push their feelings away. It's kind of, it's painful for them to feel everything at once. It's almost like they don't even want to let themselves realize what they are truly feeling. You see this in this Two of Swords card. You see how the sword is pointing right at the moon? Only one of the swords is pointing right at this moon. I feel like this person is at a crossroads, and like they're going to gain clarity on this situation as soon as they stop ignoring the truth. This moon is kind of representing the truth of their feelings, or the truth of this situation. The moon can be things that are hidden from us, or things that we are too afraid to face. So in that way, they do remain hidden because we don't want to uncover them. We don't want to deal with them. And it's almost like this person can't really make a decision about what to do or how to handle the situation, because they're questioning whether they should explore the truth, explore the feelings here, explore the reality of the situation, or run from it. The truth, the truth is what's scaring them. To be honest, that's what it is. The truth is what's scaring them. They feel I feel like their feelings in this connection are what's scaring them. The idea of losing scares them, and losing could mean a lot of things. It looks different to different people. For some people, losing is having that fear of rejection. So they don't want to be rejected by you. That would be a loss. For some, it's opening themselves up to the potential of getting hurt or having to walk away from something that they thought they wanted in the past, and facing that truth is really scaring them. The idea of losing something is really scaring them. I feel like this person may feel like they made or like they continue to make a decision that isn't actually in alignment with their highest good. And that really might have been what caused the separation in the first place, or what's holding the separation in place. And it's like they don't want to think about it. This is such crazy energy, because as soon as I start to tap into the question of if they miss you, I get this feeling of just trying to move on. It feels like such a back and forth energy. You may have even gotten back and forth, hot and cold from this person, but it's like, it feels so back and forth. Like the minute they decide that they're just going to choose to not miss you, or they're just going to choose to move on from you, just choose to get over it, that's when they realize how much they miss you. So it's very backwards. It's like I'm letting go of this. I guess I'll just have to walk away. Something went wrong, and I guess this isn't gonna, like, it's not gonna happen. I guess this just won't happen. Oh no, but I can't deal with the reality of like that this won't happen. Does that make sense? Oh my gosh. It's like this feeling kind of swells up in them, and they push it down, and then it swells up again, and they push it back down, because the reality is they do miss you. And they're trying really hard to deny that to themselves. I just feel like some part of them doesn't want to keep making decisions that deny how they're feeling about this. I'm not really sure why they think they don't have any control over this, or why they think there's nothing they can do about this, because I am definitely getting that feeling. That could be because you are closed off to them. You're closed off to their energy, but it feels like they don't feel like there's anything they can do about it. Like they're not really taking control of the situation, but I can see a desire for them to break out of this hanged man position, to break out of this waiting game, and to make some sort of move with the Six of Swords. But right now, it's like they're going back and forth in their head. They want to break out of this for real and really make a move with the Six of Swords energy. Really move towards you, or really communicate about something. But it's like right now, this is all happening in their head. They're going back and forth. They're deciding that they're going to move on. And then they realize they can't. They're right back to the stuck position. I think what this Two of Swords energy is showing is that sometimes they don't know if they want to make this move towards you or away from you, because they can kind of deny seeing the truth and run the other way, or they can face the truth head on. And honestly, both decisions are kind of scary to them. The idea of ignoring this, the idea of not fixing this, the idea of not moving forward with this is very scary to them. And the idea of having to face everything is very scary to them as well. They feel very defeated with this Ten of Swords energy under the deck. Very defeated when it comes to this connection. Two of Pentacles again. Like that Two of Swords energy, that back and forth energy, that this or that energy. Undecided, powerless. Okay. Wow. That's a lot more. That's a lot more than I thought would come through, because there's a lot of feelings this person has beneath the surface here. There's a lot of reasons why they're acting the way that they are. There's a lot of reasons for them being indecisive, and a lot of it has to do with wanting to ignore or deny their feelings in this connection. Partly because there's kind of some confusion on their part. There's kind of this feeling of not knowing what to do. So we have containers. We'll get you one more card. Let's see. We have winter. Okay, 42 and 22. So twos. The Lover's giving me that energy of 2 as well. Twos might be significant here. Twos are repeating for you. Wow. Okay, let's look at this. Because there is kind of a message coming through, especially with this Containers card. I just have to tell you the little quote or the mantra that goes along with this card. And that is, and I might butcher this slightly, but you know, just bear with me. The little mantra that comes with this card is, as safe as a box may seem, it's an experience that can also be of emptiness. And I feel like that's what this person is realizing. That's what they're working on. Kind of that only operating within the safety and the comfort of their box has caused them to lose someone who they see as this counterpart energy, someone who they have a real connection with. So this could even be for some of you that there's potential for loss here. This connection might not be completely over, or the separation might not have been going on for a long time. But regardless of that, it's like this person is realizing that they have either lost or have the potential to lose something great, to lose this Lover's energy here. And that's why this energy is in reverse, because it's, I think in this person's mind, this energy is almost being challenged, or it is in jeopardy. And they're kind of seeing that this connection exists outside of their comfort zone in a lot of ways. That's something like they would have to get over, they would have to get outside of their box is how this is coming through. Yeah, in some ways I feel like you may have brought this person back to life in a way, or it's like you put some sort of color into their life. You made things exciting. You made things seem new again. Because with this winter energy, I feel like things are kind of barren or stark without you. And for some reason I keep hearing my cold dead heart. Like, is that something that your person says or something? Because it's like I kind of have this feeling of like you woke them up. You woke up something emotional inside of them. Like you brought their cold dead heart back to life, or something like that. They kind of view this connection as having the power to do that. And it's like you woke something up for them that it might have been something that they had lost over time. Like it had just kind of faded away, a piece of them that they forgot about over time. And you kind of brought that back to them. There might also be a significant winter connection in your relationship, because I'm also getting references to the holidays and to New Year's. But yeah, I kind of feel like this person is realizing that they are going to have to get outside of their box. They're going to have to see things a different way. They're going to have to try something new. And they'll have to leave their safety zone, or nothing's going to change. And if things stay the same, they're going to continue to feel this emptiness. Yeah. With winter comes kind of the energy of contemplation. Winter is a time for contemplation. And I feel like they are in this period of reflection and consideration with this. We can see that with the Two of Swords. So interesting how this winter card came out over the Two of Swords here. We see that contemplation there. We see it again with the Hanged Man energy. And this is kind of confirmation of them being stuck in a thought process with this. And for a lot of you, I feel like this person is battling between the head and the heart. It's logic versus emotions, ego versus love, practicality and logistics versus following their heart. Look at this moon imagery here. Yeah. I knew the winter card came out over this Two of Swords for a reason. And it's for more than one reason, because you see we have this crescent moon repeated just back to back like that. So this is really about this person's fears. This is about things that are unseen and unknown to them, and them discovering this. So if they are in a period of silence right now, I feel like this is because they are in a period of contemplation. This is because they're exploring some of these fears. It's because they're learning to trust their intuition when it comes to this connection. They're learning to kind of see and sift through some of these deeper emotional feelings that they have Really interesting. Really interesting. I want to see more, so I'm going to pull some more oracle cards for you. How this worked out in reading 1 was that this energy kind of represented some of the more hidden energies in this connection, or what's going on with this person. And then some of these oracle cards that I'm about to pull will kind of show us a little bit more of what they might be realizing. So we'll see if it works out the same way, but we will take the messages as they come, because I just want to figure out what's going on with this person and how they're feeling about this connection right now. So we have card 13, feeling the world. Interesting. We're talking about tapping into these deeper emotional feelings and maybe exploring that deeper. And then we have this feeling the world card. So feeling might be really part of the equation for this person. They might not be someone who has relied a lot on their emotions or on their feelings in the past. We have shining through. That makes me laugh, because I think, yeah. Yeah, this person's emotions are definitely starting to kick in. This is kind of making me laugh, because the way this is coming through is as one message together. This actually says feeling the world shining through. So this is bringing me back to this universe card, which is the world card. And the world talks about closing out cycles and starting something new. So this is drawing me back to this energy of this new cycle and what this new cycle is going to be for this person. I feel like because they are at this crossroads with this Two of Swords, it's like they could go either way, because they're not really sure what they're doing right now. Like they might want to continue to run from the situation or continue to stay within their box, but they also might want to get out of this and tap into their emotions a little bit deeper and figure some things out. And this is really making me think that this new cycle for them is going to be one that is more inclusive of emotions, one that's more emotionally focused, one that it's like they're turning over a new leaf for them. So they're starting to tap into these emotions, and it's actually changing something in them. It's setting them on a path to start a new cycle. And it's like they've known they needed to do this, because the world card showed up at the end of the spread. It's like all this confusion and all this stagnant energy, but in the end, they know that they need to get over something. They need to face something. They need to come clean about something. They need to make a decision. And that's kind of the new cycle I think that they are heading into after this period of contemplation, after this period of quiet. Wow. I'm telling you, there's a lot of confusion on this person's part. The Two of Swords and having this Two of Pentacles show up under the Ten of Swords, it just shows that this internal deliberation, this trying to figure out what to do about this situation, trying to figure out how to approach this situation, and especially regarding communication, trying to figure out how to navigate that is, it's very confusing to this person. They're weighing their options constantly. They're making up their mind and then changing their mind. Hot and cold, yes and no. That's how this is coming through. Yeah. This is really about them wanting to move from a more authentic place, wanting to stop denying their feelings, not wanting to hold anything back. Yeah. It's like they don't know if they're ready to speak their truth. They don't know if they can let their defenses down, if they can be open. Yeah, let's get some messages from the Romance Angels deck. For number 2. What is going on in this connection? Does this person miss number 2? Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Oh, yeah. This person, I mean, I can see them needing a little bit of support now. There might be someone in their life that could offer them a little bit of support, a little bit of advice, someone who maybe can help them to see things from a new perspective, or help them recognize some of the ways that they might be sabotaging this connection, or some of the ways that what they have done might be hurtful to you or to this connection. I think ultimately it hurts them, to be honest with you, because some of these patterns, I feel like these patterns limit them. They limit their options. They kind of close them off. That box, that safety zone that they're in, you know, it works both ways. It might feel pretty safe inside sometimes, but it's also really hard to let anybody in. So it can be a really lonely place. And I think that's where some of that winter energy is coming from. It can be a really lonely place because the Lovers really represents partnership and having that person, having that connection. I feel like this person is in kind of a lonely place with this, with the Lovers in reverse. It's like going from being partnered or feeling like you have that support to having it evaporate. We have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So yeah, there are real feelings here. I could tell immediately from the Lovers card even showing up, there are real feelings here. Let's get you some channeled messages from this person. Let's see. Separating these is a little bit of a challenge. Let's see what we have. So we have, I should have treated you better. Yeah, there's some regret on this person's part. There's something that they might, there's something that may have happened between the two of you that they really regret doing, something they regret saying. I feel like with this Lover's energy, they might have wanted to acknowledge this strong connection a little bit more. They might have wanted to kind of let you know how important this connection was a little bit more than they did. I'm lost without you. Oh my gosh. That kind of breaks my heart. And I feel this too. I feel like this person doesn't know which way to go. They don't know if they're coming or going, to be honest with you. They don't know what to do about the situation. And I'm not completely sure why they don't know. I don't know if it's because there's just no openness on your end, or if it's because they just don't know how to navigate the situation, but they really do feel lost. I regret lying to you. Wow. There could have been some dishonesty here. I feel like for some of you, you might have found out about something this person wasn't being completely honest or upfront about, but also, I feel like the fact that this person hides their emotions so much, and in a way so well, because it's almost like it's hard to get to them. Like that box I was talking about, like it's hard to get to them. It's hard to know what's going on. It's hard to get the full story from them. And that could be where this energy of lying or being deceitful comes from, because it's like they aren't being honest. They aren't being honest about how they feel. They aren't being honest about their responsibility in this connection, where things went wrong. They might not have taken full responsibility for that or been honest about that. Let's get one more message for you. I want to tell you how I feel. And that's right next to the romantic feeling. So I feel like this person has a lot of love for you, and they do want to communicate that to you. They want you to know how much they feel for you. But there's a conflict here. There's some kind of decision that they're trying to make, and that could be whether or not to come forward with this, whether or not to, whatever needs to happen. Because in some cases, this might be that they need to apologize. They need to acknowledge something. They need to hear you out. They need to kind of express more of these emotions with you. I actually think that that's kind of cool that this card came out, because we're talking about this new cycle for them. Being that they really want to open up a little bit more, that they want to move from a more emotional place. They want to let that feeling kind of shine through. They want to let that feeling lead. And they're expressing this desire to communicate with you how they are feeling. So this might have been something that was lacking. Maybe you didn't know how this person was feeling at any given moment. Maybe getting that information from them and communicating with them in that way has been challenging in this connection. And they want to express from that more emotional place with you. That's how they are feeling right now. And they're feeling lost. They're feeling like they're at a crossroads. They're feeling like they don't know which way to go. And a little bit defeated. I have to be honest. A little defeated. And, like I was saying in the beginning, this is an uncomfortable place for this person to be. They might be somebody who really does like to kind of know what's going on, know how they I won't say how they feel because I do think they block their emotions, but kind of know what their next move is, know what their plan is, and something has thrown them off. They're kind of lost without knowing that you're going to be in their life. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there for you, number 2. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If you did enjoy this reading, if you resonated with any of these messages, don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again in another reading really soon. Bye. Hi, number 3. If you were drawn to the Magickal Tarot and this Angel Aura Quartz, this is going to be your reading. We're going to find out if the person on your mind is missing you. So let's jump right in with some tarot and see what is going on. Is this person missing you, number 3? Do they miss number 3? Do they miss number 3? Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. We are starting the reading with the 3 of Swords. Wow, I gotta pause. I have to pause right there. I was gonna pull the rest of your cards. There's heartbreak here. There's sadness here. This person is sad about this connection or about the distance that's between the two of you right now. My goodness. Your person is feeling heartbroken in this connection, or they feel hopeless in this connection. Wow. This is the most sadness that I've seen come through here. So it is a little bit overwhelming. They are very hurt about how this has gone, how this has played out, what has fallen apart. They're very hurt about this. They're holding on to a lot of pain and or resentment here. So this person may feel like they have been wronged or like they were treated unfairly in some way. I'm also kind of getting the feeling of bad luck or bad timing. So they might feel like they were dealt an unfair hand. This can be really on either side of this connection here. They really might feel that these things have been done to them and that they are heartbroken. They could also be really focused on the pain that they've caused you. And I feel like there might be a little bit of both with this energy. There's kind of this feeling of like they're feeling so sorry for themselves about how this has happened. There also could be an element along with that of knowing that they caused this or that they played a major part in this. Either way, they're heartbroken. Yeah, their focus is on loss right now. And this could be kind of like pain that they're experiencing as a result of what happened between the two of you. Or this may have triggered something about their past. This could have triggered something in them that has played out in their past. I do want to say, if this is about loss or heartbreak in their past, this could really be a major contributing factor to the separation between the two of you. For many of you, some sort of past hurt, some sort of past wound, even something that goes back to their childhood could be a major reason that this connection is being held apart right now. With the 3 of Swords, sometimes it can be difficult to move on from a setback or to move on from taking a blow to the heart. That's a major blow to the heart right there. And I feel like this person might be afraid of experiencing that same heartbreak again, or of causing that same heartbreak again. So this 3 of Swords energy at the center of the reading, this really means that there is sadness at the heart of the situation. There's regret, there's sorrow. There's also some amount of uncertainty here that I'm picking up on. It's like they don't know how the situation's going to turn out. It's almost like they're looking at the past as a way to predict the future. And the past tells them that somebody could get hurt here, that there could be disappointment, that they could be let down, or that they will end up letting you down. Okay, we're going to move on from this, but I will say that for some of you, And this isn't going to resonate for all of you, but for some of you, this person really did have some sort of heartbreak. They had their heart broken in the past. And with this kind of energy, this could be that this person was cheated on in the past. It kind of feels like they're having a hard time moving on from that. They're having a hard time putting whatever this heartbreak is behind them. And there could have been some element of infidelity or secrecy or something in your connection as well with this showing up here. But for a lot of you, this is something that went on in this person's past. And it's like they cannot put it behind them. It's like their heart, oh my gosh, I hate to say this, but I feel like this person sometimes feels like their heart is permanently broken. And like they're wounded on a level that isn't going to allow them to open up again, that won't allow them to love again, that won't allow them to put the fear of opening up behind them. Yeah. For others of you, I feel like this person isn't really sure if they will be forgiven by you. And it's the heartbreak that they caused you that's at the center of their thoughts when it comes to this relationship. Where, of course, we're going to look deeper at this. But like this kind of stopped me in my tracks because it's like, yeah, there's definite sorrow here. I can already tell this person misses you. We're going to look deeper into that energy and see what that means. See what they want to do about it, if they want to do anything about it, or more of why this is happening. But it's like there's heartbreak. They're heartbroken over this. We have the Emperor in reverse. Whoa. The Knight of Pentacles reversed. The Two of Wands reversed. God. And the Ace of Wands. Okay. So many reversals as well. Wow, they just feel, they feel upside down. They feel lost. The Death card at the bottom of the deck. Okay. There's definite transformation needed here. I'm feeling through this energy of the bottom of the deck, but I'm going to come back to it because I want to sort through this before I kind of see what's underlying here. What I will say is, because the Death card represents change and transformation and growth, I do feel like this has something to do with moving past this Three of Swords energy for this person. But we're going to look at that a little bit more. But it's like I was saying, it's like they can't get past it. They can't move past it. And this is all about doing that. This is all about moving past it and transforming in some way, and having to kind of go through this period of rebirth or renewal in order to do that. So that could be needed here. Let's look at this energy. Let's come back to that. So this person is feeling stuck in limbo right now. They're not exactly sure how to move things forward. Being away from you is kind of heart crushing for them. Like I just have to be real. It's like heart crushing. So I feel like this is going beyond, like a casual they miss you thing. This is triggering something in them that is either because this connection was so deep, or because this has reminded them of something that happened in the past, or this is bringing up some wounding from their past that is like, it's deeply painful for them. And it sucks. Like this feeling of this heart crushing feeling, it sucks. But I feel like they worry that it might suck even more, or it might be even scarier for them if they actually try to repair things, or if they actually try to put in the effort to move things forward, because then they would be taking a really big risk. They know how big the risk is because they've already found themselves in this heartbroken energy. So they know that if things don't go the way that they need them to go, they're going to be in this Three of Swords energy even more. And it's like, how do you even get into Three of Swords energy more? It's a scary prospect, and that's what they're facing. Like things could go even worse. This could suck even more, is how that's coming through. I feel like some kind of heartbreak or disappointment kind of stalled or ended this connection, and it could have just been the hang-ups that one or both of you had. This really could be emotional hangups on both sides of this connection. But I feel like something just stalled out. That's what's caused this. It's almost like looking at all this reversed energy, it's almost like they see all the areas where things went wrong, or they see all the reasons why this might not work, but they're still holding on, like holding out for the tiniest chance that there could still be a chance with this Ace of Wands here. So I feel like to say this person misses you is almost an understatement. And that's kind of that energy of that heart crushing feeling I was picking up on. That's an understatement to say this person misses you. I'm getting a real sense of despair here, kind of a sense of hopelessness from them. Like they worry that there is no way forward. This person may be in Aries, or you may be in Aries. I'm also getting Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy here. I feel like someone isn't moving forward with this connection because they feel like they've hit a wall with the other person. Either things weren't changing fast enough, or someone just totally cut off communication. But I just get the sense that there's kind of this like hopelessness, this feeling that an attempt to repair things would be rejected, or that it just wouldn't work out for some reason. It's more a worry. There could be validity here. There might be a valid reason for having that worry, but it's more of a worry than a reality, because I don't know what movement this person's making looking at this. So this could be their fears, their worry of how it will turn out, not actual like evidence-based like, did they try is the question I have. Did they try? Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. Oh, wow. The plot thickens. Yeah. It could be that this person sees all the reasons that it won't work and it just scares them. They're kind of aware of what is challenging this connection. And I sense some remorse about that, like some sadness that things didn't work out, or that things might not work out. And then I also see this little glimmer of hope with this Ace of Wands. I'm really left wondering what action this person is taking though. Because the ace is a promise. Of course, it's a promise of potential, but it's like, what actions are they taking to make sure that this potential can be realized? And for some of you, I feel like maybe this person has tried, or they think that they've tried, and all of their efforts have been shut down, at least in their eyes. For others of you, I don't think this person's actually taking any action, but they are still hoping that things will turn around. Yeah. There is potential here. There's a promise here. There's a promise of potential, but the ace, any ace it's not a guarantee. There's no guarantee of progress unless there's effort being made. But I feel like this person on some level feels defeated before they've even tried, which is a very hopeless place to be in. So I kind of understand this Three of Swords energy being here for that reason alone, just for the reason of feeling defeated before even trying. I just feel like the way this person is thinking about this situation is really rigid right now with this Emperor in reverse. They kind of feel like any effort that they could make would be useless. They can't see how they're able to affect the situation. And I can feel them sort of digging their heels in here, being kind of closed-minded in their thought process, like being sure that things will go a particular way, or feeling like the decision has already been made for them. It's like they're resistant to making a plan. I'm seeing that here with this Two of Wands. They're resisting making a plan. They're resisting taking action, stepping into this place of action with the Emperor. They're resisting moving towards you. And they're still holding out this little bit of hope that there's a chance for a new beginning with you. There's a chance to start things over, that there's a chance to renew that death energy again, that renewal, that rebirth. Yeah, they're looking forward to a renewal, a new beginning. This is actually wild because I see all the ways that they're being kind of stubborn, but they still hold on to the idea that things might work out even if they aren't taking a whole lot of action. This could be about them waiting for you to extend some sort of olive branch. We have the Ace of Wands is sort of like, it kind of gives me that vibe of the olive branch, like you being the one to reach out, you being the one to apologize, you being the one to create that opening for there to be a rebirth, for there to be a new beginning. I feel like they might be struggling to see things outside of their own perspective right now. They're even struggling to see let's see, this is coming through a little bit weird, but it's like they're struggling to see their way out of what they view as a tricky scenario. It's like, it's a tricky situation. It's difficult to navigate. Almost like they aren't doing anything because they're not sure how to navigate it. But I'm also seeing this as struggling to see a way into this thing with you. So take that as it resonates, but it's like, for some of you, I feel no, it's both at the same time. This really might be that it's one or the other for some of you, but I'm feeling like for a lot of you, it's both at the same time. They're struggling to find their way out of this scenario, a tricky situation, maybe something they got themselves into, or some kind of hang up around their heart that they can't get past. So it's a tricky situation that they want to find their way out of, but at the same time, it's like they're having a hard time finding their way into the situation with you, which is giving me the feeling that they have a hard time reaching out to you. Either there's an internal struggle there and they just don't want to swallow their pride to do it, or they don't want to face their fears in order to do it, or they kind of feel like there's a wall, like they cannot get to you. They like, with this Knight of Pentacles, there's an offer here, and I feel like there's something solid that they're thinking about, but they're not making the offer. And I don't know if that's because the offer has been rejected or they worry it will be rejected, but they're not really stepping into their power here. If these cards were in the upright position, I would be having a much different vibe here. This would be about somebody who has stepped into their power, somebody who is taking charge of the situation, who's planning, but we have all of this energy here in reverse. So they're feeling like they can't make a move. Yeah. I feel like they can't see how it can change, how it can be fixed, but they wish it would be. If you've cut this person off or blocked them, they're feeling it. They are feeling it. They just don't know what to do. And I'm telling you, as obvious as it may seem to you, what could be done to resolve the situation or what could be done to see progress here, it's like they're in the dark. They can't see out of this miserable Three of Swords energy. They feel trapped in it. I'm drawn back to this Knight of Pentacles in reverse here. So it's like, they may be ignoring or discounting some of the practical steps that they could take to see progress. So they may need to apologize for something, for example, or they may need to reach out so that a plan can be made, and they're either not seeing this option or they're too afraid to take the step to do it. I kind of feel like as a result of this connection either falling apart or not developing in the way that they had hoped it would, some of this person's dreams have been kind of shattered. Their direction has been lost. They lost their map a little bit. I feel like this person does see you in their life, and without the possibility of that happening, they're not really sure what the plan is. They're not really sure how to be in this forward moving energy of the Emperor. It's like it's hard to picture life without you. That's how this is coming through. Or it's hard to imagine things not turning out the way that they expected them to turn out. They imagined themselves fulfilling a particular role in your life, and now they're not sure if that's going to happen. And with this Emperor energy, the Emperor is really the father, like kind of the father energy of the major arcana. So this could be that this person saw themselves as being some sort of leader in your life. They might have saw themselves starting a family with you. They might have saw themselves being, they might have saw themselves starting a family with you. They might have saw themselves being, 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 they might have saw themselves be I feel like the way I'm saying that is just so wrong. They might have seen themselves, I'm so sorry, let me English here. They might have seen themselves being this important person to you, being in this important role, and maybe being a father to your children or being a parent, you know, something like that. They saw themselves in a major role in your life. They can envision that. That's the thing. That's why I think this is kind of scary to them. They can envision themselves playing a major role in your life, and they're just feeling out of their power here. They're feeling like they don't have any direction here, even though they've had this great vision. Some practicality in their life is being ignored right now. I'm also seeing that here with the Knight of Pentacles, and even with the Emperor in reverse, some practicality is being ignored. And it could be that they're kind of distracting themselves from their responsibilities right now, or they're feeling incredibly overwhelmed with the responsibilities that they have. They might be failing to see where they could make an effort here, but I do feel like they're kind of struggling to make a solid plan. They're struggling to see past the fear that history will repeat itself. Okay, I want to look at this a little bit more because it's very interesting that you have these two queens here. Even the strength, it's like there's this feeling of wanting to hold on for the breakthrough to happen. And that's that Ace of Wands. It's like there's a lot more they want to explore. There's a lot more they want to say. There's a transformation they want to make. There's like a change that they want to make. I feel like there might be a little bit of worry that they aren't able to make this change, but it does feel like there's a change in them that they want to make. There's something that they think will open up new possibilities that could help this new beginning to take hold, but it requires a transformation. And what's interesting here is I saw them show up in this spread here, and in some of the other readings I would see something that might have represented like you, but in here I'm not necessarily seeing that. I think there's some energy that could be mirrored on both sides, but I'm really seeing this from their perspective, this loss of control that they feel, this lack of a plan that they feel, and this lack of practical action. And then we have all of this showing up, even including the strength. Gosh, the Hierophant under that. This is heavy energy. I feel like this is potentially representing you, how they're seeing you. They're seeing you as somebody so vibrant, so attractive, so inspiring, and caring and nurturing. And it's like, I feel like this is the kind of energy that they want to change for. They want to change the dynamic. They want to change the energy. They want to rewrite history in some cases. Even if this doesn't have anything to do with your connection with them, it's like they want to rewrite their own history, because moving past this heartbreak, moving past this, this sticking point for them is very challenging. It's been very hard for them. Let's pull some oracles for you and see what's going on here, what else we can pull out. This, so far in these readings, this energy that I'm about to pull here has been some of the darker energy, some of what's hidden or what this person might need to be working on and realizing. And then with the next kind of group, we've been seeing a little bit of lighter energy, a little bit more of what is to come, I will say, and not so much of what's been going on. So let's see what we have here. We have balance with card 44. I feel like there might be something with that number 44, 43, entanglement. Interesting. Okay. So we have a number sequence here. This might not be about repeating fours, but for some of you, it probably is. But we have a sequence here, 43 and 44. Interesting. And we're talking about practicality and taking practical steps here. And like, this is kind of where this person's feeling a little bit lost about what practical steps they can take that will kind of close this gap. So that might be about that. That might be kind of a reiteration of that energy, taking step 1, then step 2, then step 3 for them. But yeah, we're having this balance come out. So it's like this person really wants to find some balance. They do feel out of balance here. They want to restore this 2 of Wands energy. So interesting that this came out here. The 2 of Wands energy is a very balanced energy in its upright position. really all the twos suggest some sort of balance, because you've got one thing on this side and the other thing to counteract it. And it's like balance has been thrown off for this person. This Two of Wands is showing up in reverse, and restoring balance is on their mind. It is, it's a priority. It's a necessity. I feel like they want to be able to see what the next step is. They want to be able to see what to do next. And kind of finding that balance and finding that clarity is a struggle for them. With this entanglement card showing up for some of you, they're kind of struggling because another relationship or another situation in their life is overwhelming them right now. I almost feel like this might be, if this is a relationship, I feel like this might be more of a situationship for them. If they are in a connection right now, it feels complicated. I'll just say that. And stressful. Very stressful. And this could be that their life in general right now is very stressful, and it's hard for them to see past all of the stress, all of their responsibilities, everything that feels like it's crashing down around them right now. They could be wrapped up in a lot of different things right now, a lot of different projects. They might be throwing themselves into work as a way to avoid some of these feelings that they're having. But they are seeing the need to seek more balance in their life. It could be that you provide some sense of balance for them. So it's like on one side, especially if this is a third party energy for some of you, if this Three of Swords right in the middle, if this person's in another connection, or the important thing with this third party energy is it doesn't always have to be another person. It can be another situation in their life. So take it as it resonates. This could be their work. This could be other stress that they have going on in their life. But I feel like what's going on is you're providing some sense of balance for them. You've provided some sense of balance for them. You make them feel like everything's going to be okay. You make them feel like they have their head on straight, like they got their feet on the ground. So on one side, they're kind of comparing and contrasting this. On one side, they've got this balance. On the other side, they've got this entanglement. Entanglement isn't a balanced energy. Entanglement suggests being caught up in something that is overwhelming you, being caught up in a scenario that is stressing you out, in a scenario that's taking more from you than it's giving to you. So I do feel like they are seeing, they're missing particular things about you. They're missing this balanced energy that you provide. They're missing the way that you balance them out rather than bring out like everything crazy in their life or everything kind of problematic about even their own energy. You provide balance to that. You kind of counteract it in some way. They're realizing that there's not much balance or stability without you. And I do feel like that it makes them sad. It makes them sad that you're not a part of their life right now. Something's missing. Something in their life feels thrown off center when you're not in it. I feel like this person, this is odd energy, but I feel like this person has been chasing all the wrong things, and they might be starting to see that. Whatever that means, because it can be so many things. It's like they can't just cover things up. They have to deal with problems at the root. And that's what's becoming obvious to them. They've been maybe chasing money, chasing success, chasing empty relationships, chasing things that don't actually fulfill them as a way to kind of hide from some of their deeper feelings. And they're starting to see that. I feel like this separation has made them see that. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, okay. We have a deep breath. Yeah. That's it's kind of the energy of reflection that's been showing up in these readings. We have bearing fruit. Okay. We're dealing with a lot of root chakra energy here. Oh, and sacral chakra. And to me, that is kind of going back to that balance, because it's about our stability. So focus on the lower chakras here is like they want to, or they're feeling the need to kind of balance things out and get things, like I was saying, at the root. I think that's what it is. It's like they want to resolve problems kind of at the base. They want to resolve problems from the bottom up, really truly resolve them and find their way from that place. And I just feel like this time that they're taking, it's crucial, because finding this balance is crucial. And I feel like this separation is causing this person to reflect, and it's causing them to change the way that they see things. If they pulled away from you, I feel like this is the time that they're taking for themselves to restore that balance, not only for them, but it's also kind of evening out the scales a little bit, because it's even giving them a chance to see where they may have made some mistakes, where they may have gone wrong here. They're seeing things differently. So all of this kind of stalled energy that was up here, it's kind of showing me that their period of inaction is actually producing a change in them. That's why this death energy is here. It is producing a change in them. It's at the very least helping them to gain a new perspective. It might be a slow process, but it's helping them to gain a new perspective. The thing about the death card, the thing about that death energy is it is transformative energy. This is real transformation that happens with the death card. Once you go through the death card and move into that temperance energy, you're changed for good. You're changed for real. So this isn't like surface level changes. If that was something you experienced with this person, then promising things that never really panned out, making little changes and then going back to their old ways, just kind of like things on repeat, because that's been a recurring theme in this reading. That was even some of this person's concerns, that history would repeat itself. The death card is about real and true transformation from the ground up, from the inside out. But it does take time, because to create that kind of change, it takes time. But it's like, this is a little bit of an encouraging message here, because it's like this time that this person's taking is at the very least producing a change in them. Even if it's taking a lot of time, it's not for nothing, is what I want to say. Let's see what other messages Spirit has for you. Okay, we had 3 messages. Oh, let me not get ahead of myself, but yeah, this makes a whole lot of sense given what we were just talking about. We have unrequited love here. This card says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. I do feel like this unrequited love might have been a situation that this person experienced before. I'm not really feeling like this has to do with this connection, although you might be feeling this way about this person. You might feel that what's here can't be repaired, because it does feel like this person is kind of hopeless, and they're holding out this little bit of hope that you will come around. But what I think this is talking about is this person's fears that it won't be reciprocated, or that this whole thing has gone too far, that it can't be repaired at this point, because a lot of their fears are coming to the forefront here, with the 3 of Swords right in the middle. The 3 of Swords is a fearful energy. It is about loss and heartbreak, but it's also about fear, that we will experience these uncomfortable things, that we will experience an uncomfortable loss. We have career, finances and career, and then we also have worth waiting for. And I feel like this change and this transformation, that's what that is talking about. Like, it's worth waiting for. Now, career and finances might be influencing your connection in some way that you are fully aware of. But like I was saying, with this person potentially distracting themselves, maybe even being distracted from some of their responsibilities right now, this could be affecting their career. This could be kind of making it hard for them to do the practical things, making it hard for them to see a way forward. Really interesting. I really do think this is a transformation from the inside out. Before we close up your reading, I'm going to pull you some messages here. I've been trying to fan these out, but the nails are just like, no ma'am. So we're just going to do the best we can do with that. Let's get you some channeled messages from this person. Oh my gosh. This says, we will be together again. That's the Ace of Wands. That's that energy of like, but I hope it could still be repaired. I really think it might be able to be repaired. I don't know what to do, but it's like they feel very confident and very sure that something will turn around. And maybe it will, and maybe it will turn out that it was worth waiting for. I love you unconditionally. Wow. This is about fear for them. This is about fear for them because the love that they have for you is real. I think of you so much I can't sleep. Okay. Yeah, I really feel like this Three of Swords energy, like right from the beginning, it was very heavy because there was a sadness here. There's kind of a sadness that that something has fallen apart, that this connection isn't where it used to be, or it isn't where they imagined it going. I feel like pulling you another message. I'm lost without you. I'm lost without you. Exactly. There's definitely a feeling of despair. No doubt about that. There's a feeling of despair. And this person really kind of hopes that you view them as somebody who's worth waiting for, because I think that they see that they need to change something, that something needs to either a change needs to be made in their life that's going to take them a little while, or there's a change inside of them that needs to happen. But it's like they just really hope that all of this feeling that they have and all of the energy that they're pouring into this connection, even if they're not taking any action, because believe me, I see that. I see that their actions might not be a lot, but it's like they hope that everything that they've gone through in this connection, all of the heartbreak and the heartache that they've felt, and even confronting some of their old wounds and some of their past demons, they hope that it's worth it. They hope that the love that they feel for you will be returned. They hope that going through this transformation will bear fruit, is how it's coming through. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there for you, number 3. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If you enjoyed this reading, if you resonated with any of these messages, don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again in another reading really soon. Bye.